Meditation on Saturday. Zen and the Tea Art. Welcome, I'm SuZen, your teacher and guide, known as SuZen, and this is my Zenity Channel. So, meditation on Saturday. Zen just might be the sanest thing in an insane world. That's what I'm teaching. Zenity is what I call sanity by Zen. Zen Masters have always disagreed, and quite violently at times in the history of Zen. But there we go. Certain masters at different times in the evolution of Zen have taught that sitting in a stiff meditation posture is too painful to the body, and we're caring for the body and the mind. So for a true experience of the nature of Zen in our life, contemplation and living in the present are all. And this is essence. I teach both living in the moment daily and daily meditation sitting in silence. There is no goal, only to be who you truly are, live in your truth and be free. Because you're unique and existence needs you. You have the indwelling essence within you. And we need you to be you. So I teach a few of the ways of Zen. There are arts, practicing our skill in living and mastering life. Our way to daily contemplation and connection with the whole. The indwelling essence in all things. Make your tea now if you haven't already. Green tea preferably, and let the boiled water cool for a couple of minutes before infusing your tea to preserve its delicate nature. So I think the equation is when the water's come to the boil, let it cool for 3 minutes and then infuse your tea. We usually always use the same cup for our tea drinking contemplation, and all the better if it's old and well loved. When you're ready and settled, now be still and focus all concentration on your tea. Zen and the art of tea drinking is to accept, appreciate and revere what naturally occurs exactly as it is, in an atmosphere of harmony, tranquility, purity, and reverence. We are all equal when we take time out for tea, with the concerns of the world temporarily distant. Because we're not together physically in the same space just right now in this meditation session, I'm using the 4,000-year-old centering meditations for our contemplation and connection. And this is the teaching. We're always searching for Zen, and we always will, even after we can't remember words like Buddha, Jesus, Nirvana, heaven, call them what you will. Because it is in every blade of grass shimmering in dew, lit by early morning sunlight, or moonlight on deep, still water. We can't explain our need for this, but we know when we have the experience of our connection in meditation or contemplation. It's in the tea you are drinking now. Trying to explain the ineffable mystery of Zen. These meditations were documented 4,000 or probably 5,000 years ago in Kashmir, India, as a way of centering our focus, our focused concentration on nature and consciousness in nature. as 112 documented ways to open the invisible door of consciousness and expressing the immanent experience. And I'm not using big words here. These are the modern day translations of what actually was documented all those years ago in ancient times, and originally chanted in an ancient language of love that we just would not recognise now. The indwelling essence of divine nature. So 112 ways to centre so we can focus our concentration, opening the invisible door of consciousness. We need constant dedication in practice, even to try to test the love in the meditation. And we'll centre ourselves now in this way. Radiant One. This experience may dawn between two breaths. After breath comes in, down, and just before turning up, out. The beneficence is there. And taking your time out now with your tea nature and being connected with the whole of nature, I'll sound the bell 3 times at the end of meditation. And now I'll repeat the meditation. Radiant One. This experience may dawn between 2 breaths. After breath comes in, down, and just before turning up, out. There lies the beneficence. and namaste or gasho. Do take your time out for tea drinking daily as a regular routine. Practice your radiant breath every day this week before next week's meditation. And I hope you can join us next Saturday, same time, same place. And it is tradition to give donations following meditation for support of the temple. And this is the only temple I have at the moment, but we can appreciate it for exactly what it is, thanks to YouTube. And don't forget, I'll open the comments, I'll open it up for questions and feedback, and then I'll be online in my channel community section for an hour the next day, Sunday, to answer and generally be available. And the details are below. So that's Sunday the next day. So the comments are going to be open through to the next day when I'll be available and online for an hour. And the timing, again, is below in the description box. Namaste or gasho. They both mean the same, whichever suits you. SuZen. Balance is what happens when you know in your heart something is right.